Hello, everybody. Dan Tomaszewski here. Hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful day, and I have a special guest here. I've got Shannon Lynch, who is the industry marketing manager with Wasabi. Shannon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Dan. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. And in the world of storage, there's so much to talk about, and we'll today kind of just narrowly just kind of drill down in a particular area, most specifically about AI. And one of the things that I really want to learn more about from you today is you guys just announced a recent acquisition of a company that focuses on AI, or a product that focuses on AI. And I'd love to learn a little bit more about not only the acquisition, but what does this mean to Wasabi Partners?
No, yeah, that's a great topic for us to get into. Wasabi, we just announced that we acquired Curio AI. And what that means is that we believe metadata should be incorporated into our storage. AI is such a big topic and it's very vast. Um, but ultimately, in regards to the storage space, it takes that unstructured data and makes it usable. So it
Okay.
almost makes it like having a library card in your own content library to pull what you need. Um,
Okay.
so we'll get more into the nitty gritty of what that specifically means for Wasabi. AI as a whole became a global impact when ChatGPT launched. When that moment happened, every industry started wondering, how do I implement this? How do I use this? And what we see specifically for managed service providers, this is an opportunity for them to be managed strategic leaders in that adoption rate, because there are going to be
Okay.
questions of, do we adopt, or do we implement, or do we build it ourselves?
Yeah, and thinking through that, MSPs need to, invest more of their communication, more of their time into being thought leaders for their clients because, as we talk about a lot on our calls, is, we need to move away from those blinky light conversations, those, aspects of technology that, clients don't necessarily understand or really, frankly care about. They want to know about how can technology help drive their business forward? And so I'm just, curious, with this new development, what are some of your thoughts for MSPs to, just to capitalize on that and to be thought leaders in this area?
That's great. Yeah. So with AI in general, I think storage is a bedrock in order for AI to function. AI engines only work as well as the data that you feed it. So right now, a lot of the AI that's being used is all open source, so it's free for all. Um, so the ability to use your own storage and your own data for AI analytics and search capabilities, that's where it's going to be a game changer. Where MSPs can come in to help with that is building that elastic storage that can handle the demand. So first, helping with cost optimization, setting up a storage where um, wherever you pull data, access data, request it, they're not going to over exceed their cloud budgets to use it. Um, the ability to expand if they're trying to build it themselves or to figure out how they use their existing data. Um, Integration, how that storage piece works in a computing sense, that end-to-end network build, keeping it safe and secure, so using immutable storage, and then ultimately data sometimes needs 24-hour access, especially when AI is constantly pulling that data to run tests, to pull up back up if anything happened from a data loss perspective.
Okay. And, so when you think about your acquisition of Curio IT, I have that right, correct? Curio IT?
Curio AI, yes.
Or Curio AI.
Yes.
IT is always in my brain, right? So, so when you take a look at Curio AI, And you also talked about, do you buy it? Do you build it? Do you anticipate that Curio AI is a tool that will allow MSPs to be able to take advantage of and use in their business for their clients?
I think so. Curio AI is almost going to be like a search engine inside your cloud storage. It'll be able to pull text, audio, video, and what you need at your fingertips. So this would help law firms be able to utilize their own libraries of
Hmm.
data to help with specific law cases. Like if a law firm today went to ChatGPT and asked for help pulling cases or asking specific information, the information is going to be wrong. If they
Right.
pulled it from their own library, it's going to be more accurate. Um, so that's where I see MSPs down the road being able to help a lot of their clients figure out what to do with that unstructured data. Because right now, 80% of all data stored is unstructured, which means you're paying for data that you're not utilizing.
Yeah, and I think, that use case when you think about attorneys, the potential cost savings, time savings for them can be tremendous. When you're talking about the amount of data that attorneys have, and like you mentioned, it's just being unstructured. That's just a great use case. Are there other use cases that you can think about that the average MSP's clients might be able to leverage that with?
When we first launch, we're going to be focusing on media and entertainment. So, video using your content library, optimizing production workflows. Media and entertainment, though, cross functions into many industries. You have house of worship, you have education, especially in education portfolios. Their extensive research and analytics, their sports stadiums, being able to pull that information when they need. I think down the road we'll go into other verticals. The ability to search for images in your medical records, just
Mm.
by that's going to be a huge use case in the future.
That's great. And because when you think of AI and you just think of all its capabilities, this is, I'm glad you were able to elaborate and drive deeper into that particular area. When do you anticipate us being able to see more from Wasabi about this integration of the AI?
We will have our official announcement the first week of April, and
Okay.
we'll be talking more about it at NAB, National American Broadcast. So more information will come there. But in the meantime, I wrote a blog about ways we can get storage up and running to handle the data capacity needed to support AI. If people have some questions or curious about what it might mean for them down the road.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about the blog that you wrote? Is this something that you do on a regular basis, or was this more of a one-off type scenario?
I hope to do it more in the regular. This was my first one. But to me, it's specifically with cloud. Cloud's been such a big impact in our industry. When I got out of college, cloud computing was the new and latest trend, and it solved a lot of problems. And then we go into big data analytics, and I just see this being the next stage of how we improve processes and how we can take data and better improve our day-to-day lives.
That's awesome. So when you think strategically, I think that is an incredible area that, again, AI, you mentioned Chat GPT really put AI on the map. And, from my perspective, it really helped us to be able to see that this is just so much more than, like scripting or automation, because it's truly much more advanced than that. And and with that being said, is there anything else that you want to share as far as the use of AI and how it would help MSPs with, especially when it comes to storage?
I think right now is just helping organizations figure out how they can use it, because ChatGPT is great, but not many industries have $10 billion like Microsoft did to get it up and running, right?
Right.
That is an almost impossible ask. So how do you figure out, how do I get what I need out of AI without breaking the bank? And and how many parts of my business am I going to implement AI? Because you're not going to do it overnight. Um, that's where I think managed service providers will be strategic leaders, because they have an opportunity to come in and show them, this might not, you might not want to do this today, but getting an AI chat box for your help desk services is
Mm,
something that can help you today. So
yeah.
maybe creating a roadmap for your clients there, because IDC did a study that showed that organizations save up to 20% using managed service providers. So coming in with that cost savings will be critical there.
Okay. That's great. So I want to jump back to your blog a little bit. What we'll do is I will include a link for our audience to be able to connect to your blog and to read that. That's awesome. So we'll make sure that we do that. So as we wrap up, any parting words for our audience?
I think Wasabi, we have been disruptors in the industry for a little bit. We helped solve the egress fee when we came out the gates. Now we're looking to help solve the unstructured data problem. So stay tuned to see how that will be an impact.
Awesome. And be sure to check out Wasabi. You can go directly to wasabi.com. Additionally, if you're at the everythingamsp.com website, you can search for Wasabi and learn more about them directly there. We also have links for you to communicate directly with them, to send them a message, so their team on the MSP side will get that. And with that being said, Shannon, thank you so much for your time today. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.